It is summer. Oh my gosh. I have 2 months off. I'm so freaking excited. And that's a wrap. Oh my gosh. Next year will be my 15th year teaching. This is the end of my 14th year. So I started this book, Tuesday Mooney Talks to Ghosts by Katie Rakulia a long time ago, and I liked it. It's not like I didn't like it, but I just stopped randomly on page 86. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to start over from the beginning because I do vaguely remember stuff, and I feel like I could actually honestly easily pick up right where I am, but I just kind of want to start over anyway. And yeah, it's just like a fun mystery. So yeah, it's not serious. There's nothing literary about it. It's not gory or anything yet. It's just like a fun puzzle sort of a mystery, like what you had when you were a kid.
First one is called Phenomenal Woman. Pretty woman wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size, but when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies.
Okay, do you guys remember last week I read this book called Bread and Wine? And Grand Rapids was mentioned in it like all the freaking time. When going to one of the restaurants, I was in there and ordering the exact dish that is mentioned in the book. Okay, that salad was super good. Anyway, it is like a block away from my favorite bookstore, so I'm gonna go there really quickly right now. And also, it's near this really cool brewery called Brewery Vivant, and it's like in an old church, so it looks like super cool on the inside. So I set up my campsite. I found where the wedding is because this park is huge. I had no idea where the wedding would be. And now I'm like way too early. My uncle, the father of the groom, is not even dressed yet. Like he's wearing a t-shirt. And I assume that's not what he's wearing to the wedding. So I'm just gonna wander about for a bit and see when my family comes. Okay, guys, so remember when you were a kid and you would read like kind of treasure hunting puzzle sort of books, like the Westing game, for example? Well, this book is like that, but for grown-ups, and I am loving it. So basically, there's this woman who is just like a unique person anyway. She's kind of like pretty goth, I would say, just wears all black and is into like spooky stuff. And she works for this hospital, like basically trying to research people who could potentially donate to the hospital and then giving that information to someone that can get them to donate. Anyway, she's at like a benefit sort of thing, and all of a sudden this guy like falls dead on the floor, and it turns out that he is a super rich donor who contributes to this hospital, and he is also into creepy stuff and has left behind a mystery, like a puzzle that if you solve it, then you will inherit like all of his collectibles or something, because apparently he has like traveled the world collecting items of value. And so our main character, Tuesday, the goth one, is just trying to solve this, and there's other people involved in it, and like I don't really know who to trust and who not to trust. Like this one guy she's hanging out with is also super wealthy. She met him at this charity event, and I do not trust him, but we will see. It's just like very fun and perfect for summer. Okay, so my cousin's wedding was yesterday, and it was just super fun. It was unlike any wedding I had ever been to in my entire life. And so now I'm just camping after it and trying to like start my summer strong with loads of books and loads of reading. And yeah, that's the plan. But anyway, I slept over here last night after the wedding, and there was just like a lot of noise, like early in the morning. Like first of all, it got very bright very early, like 5:30, and it was like peaceful noise, like good noise. It's not like I was distracted or anything, or like that I wasn't able to sleep, because I totally was. But it's like animals. Like I'll show you my view real quick. Like this is my view. I am right on the water. So last night before bed, like this raccoon just like went like right by my campsite, and then this morning I woke up to just all these sounds, like I don't know, just like footsteps, but not of people, because they were tiny footsteps. And basically I was just like swarmed with geese, like just going by my campsite, eating whatever. And so I really wanted to do a read with me video, because I've never done one of those, and I read so many beautiful places. And so I basically decided that I was just going to like film the nature that was by my tent in the morning and have it as like a read with me, even though I'm not on camera, because I just thought like all the sounds of nature were so relaxing, and just the random geese walking by, like it was in heaven. I hope it happens again tomorrow morning. This book is just teaching me all the things. Do you know the difference between codes and ciphers? Because I did not. So ciphers replace each letter in a hidden message with a sign or symbol. So normally that's what I thought was a code, but that's not actually a code. A code replaces each word in a message with a sign or symbol. So actually, what people think of as codes are typically usually actually ciphers. Okay, so I'm gonna make a prediction right now on page 133. There are like almost 400 pages in this book, so it is a bit early. But there's this rich guy that is kind of solving the mystery with them, following the clues, all that, going on the treasure hunt. His name is Archie, or that's his last name, that's what they call him. And my prediction is that the reason he's so interested in this mystery is because the guy that died was actually his dad, and that this guy had an affair with his mom. That's my guess. We'll see if I'm right. I I've not had a slush puppy since I was like a child. Okay, I've eaten lunch and I went to the store for more ice. Like there's a camp store here. And while I was there, I also got a slushie, which I haven't had, like a slush puppy in particular since I was a child. Anyway, I've relocated to the beach now, which is just this tiny little lake. And I'm gonna read here for a while, but on the way I also discovered, one, how close it is to my campsite, so I just walked over here. Two, I found a hiking trail that I would like to do tomorrow, or maybe later today, I'm not sure. And I found out there's like a volleyball court as well, and kayak rentals, and all sorts of other cool stuff. Like I really like this campground, and I think I really like camping. Oh my gosh, I'm so hot and so thirsty. So I'm leaving the beach even though I'm not done with my book yet. I have about 100 pages left, so I'm gonna finish at my campsite and drink loads and loads of water. Anyway, it was really nice. There was lots of people around me who were smoking, which luckily I couldn't smell their smoke, and just a lot of miserable people. Like, you know, the people that just like almost find joy in being miserable. So I'm hoping for a bit of solitude at my campsite. I finally finished and I loved this book so much. I don't know that I would go as far as to call it a cozy mystery, but it definitely like had like all the vibes from your childhood. Like I was saying, like it reminded me of the Westing game, only for grown-ups. And what's really cool is in the back there's discussion questions, which I think I'm gonna reflect on, but there's also recommended reading list. And now that I look at this, there's so much in here that I've absolutely loved. So the Westing game, the Starless Sea, I actually don't think I loved that one. Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore, I gave that 5 stars. Meddling Kids, I have started a few times and wanted to continue, but for whatever reason, I just put it down. But I do really want to read that. Lost and Wanted, I'm pretty sure I read that. I think I have a signed copy. The Hotel Neversink, I've never heard of that, but I'm really interested in now. The 8, never heard of that. An Unsuitable Job for a Woman, The Bostonians, and The Woman in White, which I do own and have obviously heard of because it's by Wilkie Collins, but I've never read. So I'm really interested now to get to the books I haven't read. And there is even a Tuesday Mooney book hunt in here. So honestly, to me, this feels more like a tag. It's called a book hunt, but if the author was on BookTube, she would know this is actually a tag. It's asking you and whoever else reads this just to answer some questions. So the first question is your favorite adventure story, a book about your hometown, a book full of music, a ghost story, a book with a day of the week in the title, a book about friendship, a book set in Boston, a book that feels like a movie, an amateur detective origin story, a haunted house story, a book with a treasure hunt, a book about an unmarried woman, and a book that features Edgar Allan Poe. And that's one thing I forgot to mention about this book is it does take place in Boston, and I've been to Boston, so I'm not like incredibly familiar with it. Like it's not like I live there or anything, but when they're talking about a lot of the tea stations and stuff like that, I'm like, yep, I've been there. I know exactly what you were talking about. And I have a friend watching me apparently. Apparently you cannot just have a private conversation with your phone while at a campground. It's the perfect way to start summer.